What's going on, Sixers fans? We're back in action on a Friday night as the Sixers, coming off a big win over the Washington Wizards, back to full strength, taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Sixers, with that win on Wednesday, able to rise up to the number 6 seed in the Eastern Conference, currently in a regular playoff spot out of the play-in for now. They got to keep winning games if they want to avoid the NBA play-in tournament. They can help that case here tonight by beating the Minnesota Timberwolves, who welcome back Anthony Edwards, who had missed 6 games, played on Monday, didn't play last night for Minnesota, but he is available to go and will start here tonight. And, of course, the big fella, Joel Embiid, back in action for the Sixers as well. So 2 full-strength teams, 2 really good teams as well. Should be a good one. Shout out to everybody in the chat here early on. Naheem Irwin here every single time and always the first person in the chat as well. An absolute legend for that. What's up, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. Let's go Sixers. Joel Embiid is back. Yes, he is. Herman, let's go Sixers. Dope Liddy. If Joe plays, we win. If not, we lose, and please trade him. Well, good news is he is ready to go. He is playing off of the illness. My mom in the chat as well. Let's go Sixers. Let's go. Herman, again, good evening to you, Jake, and everybody tuning in on this very good Friday. Yes, it is Good Friday. Herman, appreciate you. Good evening to you as well. Hope everyone starting off their Easter weekend well, having a good Friday, and hopefully get even better here with a big-time Sixers dub to kick off the weekend. Sixers play tomorrow night as well against the Detroit Pistons. So looking to get a win here to kick things off for this first half of the back-to-back. Let's get it. Javier, King Javier in the chat right now. Let's go Sixers. What's going on? Says hi, Chipper. What up, what up? About 10 minutes from this game getting underway. Sixers actually favorites in this one. Maybe a little bit surprising considering, how good Minnesota is and the Sixers' kind of inconsistency, if you will. But, Philadelphia being at home, being fully healthy, I think that certainly helps as well. 3.5-point favorites here at home. A tip-off about 10, 11 minutes away. Scheduled for 7 p.m. Eastern, but they always go about 10 minutes after that allotted time. Over-under set for 2:34. Let's get things going today. We got, 21 people watching right now. 6 likes. If you want the Sixers to come out on top today, I want you to hit that thumbs up icon for me. Like the stream. The more likes we get, the more people we get in here. More Sixers fans that we get into the watch party and really make it a true watch party. Let me know that you're here, that you're hanging out. Be a real one. And let's have a day. Let's have a day. What happened to your Apple Watch? I mean, I haven't had the Apple Watch in a while. I have this thing called a Whoop instead now. It's kind of like, obviously, it doesn't have the watch applications, if you will, of like an Apple Watch. But does a lot of fitness tracking, tracks your sleep, stuff like that. So I'm rocking this instead now. She didn't really use the Apple Watch, to be honest. It was kind of just there. So got the Whoop instead. So I mentioned Anthony Edwards is returning tonight for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Galaxy watches are better. Never had one of those from Jeff. Jeff in the chat. Phillies. How about the Phillies today picking up a big win for all my Phillies fans out there? They're playing the Rockies, granted, and when you play in Colorado, the ball tend to travel a little farther, but big win for the Phils. Offense had been struggling, so, good to see them getting back in there. Christian Malley in the building. Says hi to everybody. Christian, good to see you again. Another real one, always here in the building. 33 people watching, up to 8 likes. Can we get 2 more likes to get to 10 before this game gets underway? Anthony Edwards tied for 3rd in the NBA in 3-pointers made per game. Naheem, looks like Tyrese Maxey has a chance to be in the MVP race. Yeah, you know, with Luka, we'll see if he ends up being eligible. He's filing a hardship to get the games that he missed for the birth of his child counted. So he would be over the 65-game mark if they do, but as of right now, they will not, and so he will not be eligible for postseason awards. Neither will Anthony Edwards. Neither will Cade Cunningham. So, you know, your top two, SGA and Victor Wembanyama, is Maxey the next guy up? Jaylen Brown's been up there in the MVP race as well. I'm trying to think of other guys off the top of my head. I mean, for the Pistons, it was Cade. For the Celtics, it was Jaylen Brown. Brunson kind of not really in there. Donovan Mitchell, maybe, you know, a name to consider. Jokic, obviously, as well. But I don't know if Jokic is going to hit the mark either, is he? I know he missed some time. He's played 61 games, so I guess if he plays the rest, then he will. So, but Maxey could easily finish 4th or 5th in the MVP race. It's certainly a possibility. Certainly a possibility. Up to 11 likes. Appreciate the real ones for getting us over that 10-like number. Just taking a look here at some notes heading into this game. Sixers coming at 42 and 34. Timberwolves at 46 and 30, although both teams are number 6 in their respective conferences. As I mentioned, Joel Embiid back for the Sixers. Anthony Edwards back after a 1-game absence for Minnesota. The Sixers, of note, pretty interesting here, 17 and 10 against the West. So Philadelphia is 8 games over 500 right now. They are 7 games over 500 against the West. So they've had their success against the Western Conference this year. They obviously beat Minnesota back a couple of months ago in a game where Tyrese Maxey was absolutely phenomenal. Had that crazy dunk on Anthony Edwards, and they won in Minnesota. This game in Philadelphia. And as Naheem Irwin points out, the Sixers will look to sweep the Timberwolves. Naheem says the Sixers will sweep Minnesota. Hopefully that's the goal. We'll see what does happen here tonight. We're about 6 minutes and some change away from tip-off. I want to know everybody's score predictions down in the comment section. Predict the score for me. Last time when I predicted the score for Sixers Timberwolves, or for Sixers Wizards, I said like 122-90 something. The Sixers put up 150. So I was a little off. For this one here today, I think it's not quite as high scoring. Minnesota, a good defensive team. Sixers are a better defensive team when Embiid plays. I'm going to say Sixers win 124-118. I think it's a good one. Kayap, Ant ain't letting that happen. We will see. Ant is a great player, no doubt about it. Another guy that has to be considered. No, he's ineligible, I believe, actually, for postseason awards, right? Yeah, he's ineligible, so. Sixers beat him on the road. They'll beat him again in South Philly, hopefully. Let me know your score predictions down in the chat again. I'm going 124-118. Sixers take the dub. Yeah, he is ineligible. They got to do something about that 65-game rule, man. Jeff, this year was sad for me. What's going on, man? Why the sad year? In what regard? Hope you're doing well. Change the rule. Luka, Cade, and Ant all out of considerations. Yeah, Luka might get in. Again, the reporting is that Luka.
6 shots, baby. 6 fucking
You went PG?
6 shots.
All right, can PG make 6 shots? For Marshall Green's sake, I hope so. Luka might get in there. Again, he's filing a not complaint's not the right word, but he missed a game or two because of the birth of his child overseas, and so he's trying to get those games to count. And if they do, he will be eligible. So we'll see. Naheem, I'll say 157-127 Sixers. Oh, Jeff, I just saw your message, man. I'm praying for you. That is, there's really no words to describe that, Jeff, and I'm praying for you. I hope you're doing well, man. Just taking it day by day. But hopefully we can, make things a little bit better here today. Have some fun on the stream. And have a good night here watching the Sixers. Jeff, much love, man. Much love. National anthem. being sung, game moments from getting underway. Jeff says 101-47. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Peter Thurman in the building. The legend, Peter Thurman. Real one in the chat right now. Peter, good to see you. Nearly 50 people watching live. 13 likes. Again, as you get in here, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream if you're ready for some Sixers basketball and drop your score predictions down in the chat. Naheem, we all know what Joel Embiid's going to do. I hope so. Give it to Rudy Gobert, man. Give it to Rudy Gobert. My dad loves the Sixers. Well, let's get a win for your dad here tonight, Jeff. Let's get a big win. Peter, what's good, real ones? Where are the real ones at? Where are the real ones at? All right, we can take a look at the starting lineups as they're ringing the bell here on the floor at Xfinity Mobile Arena. And we will take a look at tonight's starters. So here we are. Your starting lineups here tonight for the Sixers. Their regular five with Embiid back in the fold. Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Paul George, Dominic Barlow, and Joel Embiid. For Minnesota, Dante DiVincenzo, Anthony Edwards in the backcourt. Jaden McDaniels is out. An all-world, all-NBA type defender who has an improving offensive game for Minnesota is out for the foreseeable future. But Ayo Dosunmu, very good player coming over from Chicago at the trade deadline, fresh off a triple-double a couple of games ago. Very good player. He'll slide in there at the three. A little bit undersized, though. But, I mean, you can just put Ant at the three. It doesn't really matter. Julius Randle at the four. Rudy Gobert at the five. That front court for Minnesota has been very good this year. Julius Randle quietly having a really, really good season for the Timberwolves. And, yes, Kayap says, man, Ayo, the steal of deadline, would have loved the Sixers to be able to land him. But unfortunately, Minnesota giving up on their young guard, Rob Dillingham, who stinks, going and getting Ayo. Would have been great on this Sixers team, but we'll look to give them the loss here tonight. Oh, that's AP. AP, I had no idea, man. I can only see the like the handle. I can't see like the actual name. So it's tough on YouTube nowadays to know. What's up, AP? That's hilarious. I didn't know that. I had no idea. I can't really see the profile picture either. But what's good, AP? My guy. Ayo was a steal of deadline. Peter, Chip's always on his grind. You know it, baby. Off day for me today, but I still wanted to come into the office, get a watch party done because it's a big game here for the Sixers against Minnesota. Plus, won't be able to do tomorrow against Detroit or Monday against San Antonio. So, wanted to make sure we got some watch parties out there for you guys. And then a couple more after that. And that's the playoffs, you know. Got to get ready. Got to get ready, myself included. You know, got to get amped up, got to get ready for some playoff basketball. Didn't have it last year, unfortunately. So, we're looking to get it here this season. All right, tip-off moments away. If you want the Sixers to beat down on the Wolves, let's get those 7-6s down in the chat right now. And as Peter Thurman says, the legend, like this, John. 70 people watching, 17 likes. Can we get to 25 before this game gets underway? That would be legendary. VJ 2 threes? VJ 2 threes? I like it, man. I like it. VJ smacking 2 threes, no doubt about it. Jeff. Oh, I mean, I think he'll take at least like 5. Really? Yeah. Just knock down 2 of them, man. I'm telling you, it's getting there. It's cashing. AP says, like it up, like it up. Jeff, my dad's name is Neil. Dad and mom were married for 61 years. Wow, that is awesome. 61 years of love. And again, Jeff, let's get a win today for Neil. In honor of Jeff, his dad, Neil. Let's do it. Much love to you, Jeff. Christian Malley typing those 7-6s. And they'll take one more break in the broadcast, and then we'll get it going. Peter, Joel's going for 30. I would love to see that. Would love to see that. Sixers in their red unis here at home. As the starters come out onto the floor. Excuse me. Starters come out here on the floor. Get ready to go. Minnesota wearing their gray and neon green road jerseys. I believe these are their statement jerseys. Jeff, my dad was in the Army for 4 years. Well, I thank your dad for his service. In the Army for 4 years. USA, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it for Neil. Let's do it for Neil. Alrighty. Second and final meeting between Philadelphia and Minnesota. We got a Wolves fan in here. Brad and Deanna. Seeps. Katie Alley, Seeps in the building. We just split the G as we're underway. Here from Xfinity Mobile Arena. What's good? What's good? Rudy Gobert up top, hands it off to Seeps' guy, Ayo Dosunmu. Over to DiVincenzo, corner to Anthony Edwards. He stepped on the baseline. Anthony Edwards didn't play last night, back in there tonight. And he quickly turns it over on the first possession of the game. VJ Edgecombe forcing that turnover there. All right, here's VJ off the Embiid screen. He'll get deep in the paint, but good defense from Ayo. VJ that will rise right up over Dosunmu and gets the first two of the game to go. Good shot there. Tough shot from VJ. Getting on the board. Julius Randle, handoff to Anthony Edwards. His three's no good. Embiid grabs the rebound. He's pushing. Hands it off to VJ. They'll run the two-man game once again. Now Embiid hands it off to Maxey. Good screen set from Embiid. Bad pass, though, as Maxey tried to get it back to Joel. Just too far, it goes out of bounds. It'll be the first turnover of the game for Philadelphia. Katie got it perfect. Good stuff, Katie. Splitting the G perfectly. All right, Julius Randle here. Pull up midi from the free throw line is off. Rudy Gobert offensive rebound, but throws up an awful attempt of a layup. That's no good. Embiid with a second rebound now. Gives it to Maxey. Maxey gets deep in the paint. Finds Embiid at the free throw line. Jumper rolls around the rim and off. Minnesota now back the other way. VJ Edgecombe drawing the Anthony Edwards assignment early here. And some sweet moves. Thought VJ played some pretty good defense. Didn't think Dominic Barlow needed to help as much as he did. Barlow reaches in and commits the foul. Of course, I bet on this match. I'm predicting a total of 236 points for both teams. What do you think? So my score prediction, as Ant misses the first free throw, was 124-118. I can't do math on the fly like that, so let me... 242. You said 236. I like it. I like it. Edwards knocks down the second free throw. 2-1 ball game early. Sixers up one. Couple minutes in. Now Edgecombe off the Embiid screen. Gets inside. Hesitates. Left-handed layup. Just strong. Barlow, though, tracks down the offensive rebound. Gives it to Paul George. And he picks up right where he left off on Wednesday. Knocking down his first three of the night. PG with 39, the most he scored as a Sixer on Wednesday. Got his first three here tonight. Now DiVincenzo, he'll be fouled by Maxey coming off the screen on a three. So that'll be 3 free throws coming for the Villanova product, Dante DiVincenzo. I do like that 236 line, though. Enes Korkmaz. So 3 free throws coming for Dante. Knocks down the first. No good on number 2 for Dante. So Minnesota's already missed 2 free throws early on here. One from Ant, one from DiVincenzo. Hits the third, so goes 2 of 3 there on the free throws, does Dante DiVincenzo. Sixers up 5-3. VJ swings it over to Paul George. Try to get it to Embiid, but pass was deflected by Anthony Edwards. Minnesota off and running. I thought Dosunmu traveled. Instead, he gets it out to Edwards. His 3 is no good, though. Man, it looked like Io traveled there. Embiid's trying to post up now on the other end against Randle. Double comes. Embiid, though, can't get the finger roll to go. Can't get the tip in to go either. Minnesota has numbers. Pass nearly stolen by VJ Edgecombe. And now Anthony Edwards will get his first 2 of the night. About 13 feet out on the mid-range jumper. We got a tie ball game, 5-5. 3 minutes in. Maxey into the paint. Right-handed scoop layup. Right past Dante DiVincenzo is good as Maxey gets on the board here tonight. Now Dante again off the screen. He'll pull up from the free throw line. Well short. He airballed it. Missed everything. But there's going to be a foul underneath on Dominic Barlow, trying to hold off Rudy Gobert from the offensive rebound. Man, what an awful miss for Dante. I mean, he had a pretty clean look at it from the free throw line and didn't even hit net. Now Anthony Edwards working at the elbow. Out to DiVincenzo, who gives it right back to Ant. 5 to shoot. Guarded closely by VJ Edgecombe. Just inside the three-point line. Ant double teamed. Tough shot. Gets it on the rim, but no good. Maxey with the rebound. He'll wait for numbers. Over to Barlow in the corner. Julius Randle was sleeping. Didn't expect Barlow to attack the basket like that. And hard foul from Randle on Barlow. So Dominic will go to the line here. Randle was just sleeping. He thought that Barlow was going to hand it back off to Maxey. Barlow blew right by him. Randle had no choice there but to foul. Yeah, not good for your over, Ennis. Not good right now for your over. The scoring a little bit slow early on. Barlow makes free throw number 1. Number 2, in and out. So it'll stay 8-5 Sixers, 4 minutes into the game. Randle working one-on-one on Barlow. And what a block! Dominic Barlow blocks the shot of Julius Randle. Sixers are running. Maxey inside of Barlow. Slams it down! The block on one end for Barlow. The dunk on the other. The beautiful pass from Maxey. And it's 10-5 Sixers. Working on both ends. That's what I like to see from Barlow. Dosunmu dribbles into the paint and out to the corner. Now he's stuck. Tries to get it to Ant. VJ denying the pass. Knocks it out of bounds. Only 8 to shoot now for Minnesota. Coming off the inbound pass. Good look from Maxey to Barlow there on that last fast break. All right, here's Ant. Has to give it up with 3 seconds. Randle gets a good look, though, from 3. He makes it from outside, and I don't know what Barlow was doing there. Makes him pay for that porous defense. Paul George, good look to Embiid. Wide open at the elbow, in and out. How about Paul George, though, fighting for the offensive rebound? He gets it through 3 Wolves defenders. Now VJ will reset up top. 7 to shoot. Paul George, little step back. 3-pointer. Just a bit strong. Dosunmu runs down the long rebound. 10-8 Sixers. DiVincenzo will take a deep 3. Brick that one. All backboard for Dante. Now Maxey, step back over Randle. Also no good there. Dominic Barlow, offensive rebound over Gobert. Out to Paul George, wide open. No good on the three. Some tough shooting numbers on both sides here early. 10-8 ball game still. Halfway through the first. Ayodosumu, deep three. Around and out. Another rebound for Dominic Barlow. And Nick Nurse will take a timeout here, exactly halfway through quarter number one. Sixers up 10-8 with 6 minutes to play here in the opening period. Been a little bit of a struggle offensively for a lot of guys. Embiid is 0 for 4 already. George 1 of 3. Edwards is 1 of 4. In fact, Minnesota's only made 2 field goals. Julius Randle 3. And an Anthony Edwards midi. He also has a free throw. And then DiVincenzo has 2 free throws as well. $115 people watching live, 23 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream. Can we get to 50 likes here? I got some Miller Lights ready to go on deck. As soon as we get to 50 likes, I'll crack one open. More likes we get, the more Sixers fans in the chat. Oh, AP, you changed your handle. I can recognize you better. Who you got coming out the East? The Sixers, baby. The Sixers. But if it's not the Sixers, look, really, I think Philadelphia has as much of a chance as anybody if they are fully healthy. The Pistons, we have to see if they get Cade back, and when they do. The Celtics are definitely probably the biggest threat. If I had to pick a team other than Philadelphia, I would unfortunately have to pick Boston. Because, again, the Cade thing with Detroit, and we'll see. They're not truly battle-tested yet. 1 playoff run last year. The Knicks, I think the Knicks just suck. I'm going to be honest. They have some talent, but they haven't been able to prove it all year that they can, beat the top-end teams. And then, the Cavs, Raptors, Hawks. I could certainly see a Sixers-Celtics Eastern Conference Finals. Now, if Philadelphia does have the 6th seed, then they would be playing Boston in round 2 if they do win. So, Knicks are so bad, yeah. Seems like an unfortunate Spurs-Celtics finals to me somehow. Certainly a possibility, Is George a second-half guy, or is he better in the first? I think typically, he's better when he gets off to hot starts, Jonathan. So he's got, 3 points here tonight. It's been a slow game for everybody, though, so it's still a little too early to worry about all that yet. Need Paul George for 15. Yeah, again, I think you're still in pretty good shape. All right, we're coming out of commercial timeout here in just a minute. Up to 30 likes. Thank you guys again. We're hitting that like button. 20 away. Miller Lite going down the drain. And you know what? Just because it's a Friday, I'll crack it open and give you one anyways to start. All right, Sixers out of the timeout. Maxey gets it down to Embiid. He'll take the baseline jumper, and that's good for Joel Embiid. His first points of the night. Now Edwards, little step back over VJ at the free throw line, created some space. He gets the 2 to go. Jonathan, open one with you, bro? Let's do it. Paul George drives in. Good pass to VJ in the corner. Sixers swinging around. Embiid, top of the key 3 is blocked by Naz Reid, who's coming to the game for Minnesota. Little behind the back. Euro step blocked by Barlow. Reid, though, gets it back. Right-handed hook shot is good. Sweet moves from Naz Reid. Better defense from Barlow as the Sixers keep all their starters in, but Reid able to get it back up and in. So Naz Reid has come in for Randle. Here's VJ Edgecombe. Gets in the paint. He's fouled in the circus layup there. Bones Highland has also checked into the game for Dante DiVincenzo for Minnesota. Kelly Oubre now checking into the game here for the Sixers. as is Quentin Grimes. Paul George and VJ Edgecombe will head to VJ staying in. Oh, they didn't call a foul? They're going to say it was a block and it was off VJ. I'm sorry. Wow, Maxey, what a block, but it goes right back to Minnesota. And then a block by Embiid. What a sequence. Yeah, so VJ didn't actually get fouled. I thought they called a foul. They said it was out of bounds, and then VJ checked out along with Paul George for Grimes and Oubre. On the other end, Bones Highland tried to sneak a layup past Maxey. Maxey was having none of it, a big block, and then went right back to Dosunmu. He got blocked by Embiid. Minnesota now inbounding it with 14 on the shot clock. Edwards, pull-up three, just off the rim. So he hasn't been able to really get that outside shot to go as we're all knotted up here in the first quarter, 12-12. Here's Maxey. Out to Embiid. He hands it off to Oubre. And Oubre's going to be fouled by Anthony Edwards there on the perimeter. Trying to fight over the Embiid screen was Anthony Edwards. Got a piece of Oubre. He's trying to say Kelly flopped. I don't think so. No, I mean, Edwards' hands were on the back of Oubre, so good call there. Sixers get it into Oubre. Over to Embiid. He's going to take a three, and too strong on that. Bricked it off the right side of the backboard from the left wing. Now here's Bones Highland. A little bit of a resurgence this year with Minnesota. Minnesota swinging it around, finds Naz Reid in the corner. A little bit of a mismatch guarded by Grimes. And wow, thought he was fouled, but good defense by Grimes to knock it out of bounds. It'll stay with Minnesota, but they'll have 4.5 seconds on the shot clock. Big-time mismatch there. Reid's got the clear size advantage on Quentin Grimes, but good toughness from Grimes and good hands to knock it out. Now Gobert will take a three as the shot clock was winding down. He almost banked it in, but couldn't get it to go. Now Maxey on the screen out to Embiid. He'll try another three. This one no good again. Barlow, though, flying in for the putback jam. Woo! Dominic Barlow has his fingerprints all over this game early. Wow. Dominic Barlow, put back dunk on the other end. Here's Bones Highland trying to ISO on Grimes. Nothing doing. Over to Barlow. Or Reid, I should say. Guarded by Barlow. Little Euro step. More good defense from DB. And he grabs the rebound. Now Maxey right past Naz Reid. Double clutch layup is good for Maxey. Sixers up 4, 16-12. Timeout, Minnesota. How about Dominic Barlow? His impact always felt, not always on the stat sheet. This is one of those games where you can feel it both on the floor and in the stat sheet. 5.6 rebounds for Barlow. Couple big blocks as well. He's having a great night, man. Jeffrey Gaming, what's up, guys? Who's going to win? Sixers, of course. Jonathan, let's get a like train for this guy. Good commentary. Jonathan, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. 126 people watching, 31 likes. Cheers, everybody. If you're enjoying the free coverage, hit that like button. Sixers up 16-12 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Take a look more individually at some stats here. Jeffrey Gaming says Timberwolves are going to win. Nah, man. I've been impressed by the Sixers defense so far. You know, it's something against Miami, against Washington. Was not good. Going to see it's a little bit of a focus here early as Minnesota approaching the end of the first quarter, only 12 points. Only 12 points. All right, Maxey early on here, 4 points, a couple of assists, couple of rebounds, has a big block as well. So that's good to see from him. Barlow, though, 5 points, 6 rebounds. I think he has 2 blocks. Made both of his shots as well. Defending a lot of shots well. He's been fantastic. He has been fantastic. And that's the kind of thing I want to see in the postseason. You know, he's obviously not always going to make a big impact offensively, but he can do that by grabbing offensive rebounds, hustling, doing all that, being a presence on defense. So good stuff for Barlow. Just 3 for Paul George early after his 39-point outburst in his last game. VJ with 2. And that's really all to speak of at this point for Minnesota. Edwards, 5 points early, but 0 of 3 from 3, just 2 of 6 from the field. Randle just 3 points. Again, it's been a tough going for Minnesota. All right, coming out of commercial break. And how about this? Sixers winning the rebounding battle early, 16-9. That's big, especially when you got someone like Rudy Gobert down there for the Timberwolves. All right, Naz Reid will attack Bona. There was a bad pass to the perimeter, but it's taken by Kyle Anderson, who kicks it back to Reid in the corner. His three-point shot is no good. Now Maxey, as Adem Bona's coming into the game. Little step through, scoop layup. Can't get it to go. Bona trying to fight for the rebound, but it's taken by the Timberwolves. We got Maxey, Oubre, Bona, Barlow, and Grimes out there for Philadelphia. Highland drives in. Swing pass outside. Naz Reid, another 3, no good. Julius Randle, offensive rebound. Now here's Bones Highland, left corner 3. Man, that was in and out. Minnesota cannot buy a basket. Barlow attacking Kyle Anderson. Little right-hand floater. That's just short for Barlow. Randle attacking Adem Bona. And Barlow got a little handsy trying to help. Second time he's done that, so he'll pick up his second foul. Thought he got all ball, but looked like he did get some wrist there of Julius Randle. Second foul in this first quarter. Wouldn't be surprised if he checks out of the game here. Looks like he will, as Paul George will come back for this final 2 minutes of the first quarter. So an early 5 and 7 for Barlow, but does pick up his second foul. Naz Reid. Deep three's no good. Minnesota hasn't made a field goal in 3.5 minutes. Stuck on 12. Here's George. Sweet moves over DiVincenzo. Step back 2. Man, Paul George knocks it down. He is looking silky smooth right now. Couple behind the back moves. A little step back. Past DiVincenzo. That was sick. Here's Bones Highland. Corner to slow-mo, they call him. Kyle Anderson. Ball finds its way back to Bones on the perimeter. No good. Kyle Anderson with the rebound. His mid-range shot is also no good. Minnesota 4 for 26 on the night. Paul George attacks inside. He'll be fouled. He'll go to the line. So PG checked back in and went right to work. Jonathan, Luka won't be back until the postseason. Yeah, sucks, man. Luka with that hamstring strain. He could miss some time well into the playoffs as well. George can't knock down the first free throw. Ten more for George, feeling comfortable. We can get there. Knock down this free throw. It's up. It's good. All right, 60 seconds left to go in quarter number 1. Here's Randle. He'll attack Adem Bona. Tough shot for Randle. Got it to go. Little spin from left to right. Got bumped. Took the contact. Made the shot. 19-14 Sixers lead. Here's Maxey. Will reset it. Guarded by Bones Highland. Swings to Oubre. He'll take a 3. A little bit strong there. Rebound goes to Bones. Now Randle with Paul George on him. Zip past the corner to Kyle Anderson. Thought he traveled. Think he did get away with a travel. It's going to be a DiVincenzo missed 3 that goes out of bounds anyway, so. Man, that looked like a travel. But they call him slow-mo for a reason. Let's see. That's the gather. 1, 2. Could have been 3, but if you call that first one the gather, then it's not. 24 on the shot clock, 27 on the game clock. So Philadelphia can essentially take the final shot of the quarter here. Already up 19-14. Paul George will hold it outside, waiting, burning some clock. He'll get a screen from Maxey. DiVincenzo switches on him. He likes the matchup. He wants to attack, and he's stripped by DiVincenzo. Trying to get it back. He does, and then he loses it. And probably trying to do a bit too much there. Minnesota will take over with 4 seconds left to go. Trying to get fancy again on Dante, but DiVincenzo is having none of it this time after getting embarrassed last time. Adem sleeping on the inbound. Ball goes to Randle, who finds a wide-open DiVincenzo in the corner. He knocks it down. Paul George's half-court heave is no good. See, that's just poor awareness by Adem there. They were inbounding it from half court, and somehow Bona got beat backdoor by Randle, forced a Sixer defender in the corner. Couldn't see who it was to help off DiVincenzo, or else Randle would have had a dunk. Randle found DiVincenzo. He knocked down the 3. Just can't be doing that. Just can't be doing that. So into the first quarter, Sixers do lead 19-17 in a low-scoring, grinded-out type of game here early on, as we are headed to the second quarter. Get down in the chat for me. Type those 2s as we are into quarter number 2. And I'm always live tweeting all the games, putting out highlights when those things come out. If you want to give me a follow over on X, at Jake Chipper, I'll give you a follow back. Eric DiVincenzo's going to get cooked. Did a good job there. Did a good job there. Type those 2s down below. Shout out Philly Boy on Twitter for liking my tweet if you're in here watching. Appreciate you. Some ugly basketball, man. What is it, 1917? That's why they double team PG. Yeah, they did send a late double as the shot clock was winding down. Not much Paul George could do there. Think he was starting the ISO a bit too far out in the court. A bit too close to half court. Do have a super chat menu here tonight. If you know, a super chat, basically just like a tip, in a way. And you're all real ones just by hanging out, watching the show, and commenting, watching along with me. So, but if you want to get, just go an extra step farther, do appreciate it. All super chats get a shout out. You can send a message. We put it up on screen. $5 to give you a beer cheers. $20. I got a little Mirabonga beer bong here. I'll take down some Millers. We can get to drinking. We can have a night. All right, back in action here from South Philly. Sixers leading at 19-17 after 1. Here is Paul George off the bonus screen. Nearly loses it again. Gets it over to Grimes. Nothing doing. Finds Oubre, who gets into the paint. Flips it up and in. Thought he was fouled. Fight for the loose ball. Goes to Minnesota. Kyle Anderson, spin move on Bona. Tough shot there, but gets the little roll to go. So we got a spill on the court from a fan. Spilling a drink. Anderson ties the game up. Miles Williams, do a great job of giving the play-by-play. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for tuning in and watching. Oh, come on now. Rookie move by the fan dropping their drink. Courtside. Got to be more aware. I don't even think anything like anyone bumped into them or anything happened. I think this fan just dropped their drink. Just straight up. Enes Korkmaz, I feel in pure pain. Yeah, that over is pretty much dead, unfortunately. You never know. You never know. Maybe we get a barrage of scoring here, although I'd be shocked the way this game has gone so far. All right, here's Grimes getting the screen from Bona. He'll find Paul George on the left wing, guarded by Kyle Anderson. He attacks inside. Great pass underneath to Bona. He slams it home for two. Great look from PG to the cutting Bona. He gets on the board. Yeah, Jonathan, there was a stoppage by the drink. First super chat of the night. We'll get to that here in a second. Naz Reid inside. What a spin move. Getting the Dem Bona to bite. Jumped in the air. Spun right around him. Naz Reid. Skilled big man. Kind of like a guard in a big man's body. Ties the game back up at 21. Paul George now spinning on DiVincenzo. Fadeaway mid-range shot is good from PG. He's cooking, baby. He is cooking. Another two for Paul George. Randle back the other way. Right into the chest of Bona. Tried to slip it to Naz Reid, who wasn't ready for the pass. Out of bounds. Turnover. Sixer ball. And Philadelphia will get it in quickly here. Here's PG. On the roll to Bona. Great pass to Oubre. Oh, and they're going to call a charge on Bona. Naz Reid taking the charge. I was looking at the pass he made, so I didn't get a great look at whether that was a good call or not. Let's see here. They're going to show the replay. Yeah. Naz Reid was set. Bona's momentum carried him into it. Not a bad play from Bona, just a better one by Naz Reid. But on the other end, Minnesota turns it right back over. Randle, another pass that his teammate, this time Kyle Anderson, couldn't corral. So the Sixers get it right back once again. Philadelphia up 23-21, 2 minutes into quarter number 2. We got VJ, Paul George, Grimes, Oubre, and Bona out there for Philadelphia. PG fouled outside by Anderson. He'll be on the floor. And here's that super chat that came in. $20 super chat, first one of the night. Shout out to my dad for getting us going. Good defense, so now blow them out in Ohio. Give Sasha a shout out. Yeah, shout out to Sasha. Shout out to my sister in Ohio, parents visiting. And that's a 20. Of course, tell her I said hi. Maybe she's watching. I don't know. That'll be a beer bong. We'll do that here in a second. They do actually call it a shooting foul as Paul George steps up to the line, knocks a couple down. So 2 more there for PG. We'll do that beer bong here next commercial break. And now almost another turnover from Minnesota. Dem Bona knocked the ball away from Randle. But Highland into the backcourt to get it. Now 5 to shoot. He's working on Grimes. Gets right by him. Poor defense there from Quentin. Letting Highland get right to the rim. Laying it up and in. Here is Oubre now. Over to VJ, been a little quiet. He'll kick it back to Grimes. He's short on the 3. And Minnesota's out and running off the rebound. Bones, he'll be fouled. Oh my. He was fouled by VJ. He threw up a circus shot running down the left side of the floor, threw it up with the right from near the elbow, and it banked in. They're going to give him the continuation. I think the foul is clearly on the floor. But I think they're going to count it. They do, and Highland converts the 3-point play. All of a sudden, Minnesota up by 1, 26-25. Now here's VJ. Oh, wanted to take a three there. Couldn't get the footwork down right. Now he's pressured up top closely by Randle. Randle is pestering him outside. VJ, nowhere to go. What great defense there from Julius Randle as VJ threw up a wild shot, airballed it. Now Minnesota turning up the defensive intensity. Randle or Reed inside. Ball knocked away by Grimes. That's off his leg. That's off Naz Reid's leg. And they're going to say Minnesota ball. I think that was, let's see. Here's the look at it. Oh, you know what? He was definitely fouled. It definitely was off Naz Reid, but he was definitely fouled beforehand by Quentin Grimes. So don't want to challenge that if you're the Sixers because they can call that foul on Quentin, even though it did go off Naz Reid. Here's Bones Highland. His three's good. He's feeling it, man. If there's one thing Bones Highland can do well, it is score the ball. Streaky score, but he's hot right now. Up to 8. Embiid checks back into the game for Bona. He'll hand it off here to Oubre. Gets inside. And tough left-handed push shot's good. Ends an 8-0 run for Minnesota. Miles, have any interest in sports broadcasting? Your YouTube videos would be a good starting portfolio. You know, maybe. Who knows? You know, I'm still young. But love what I do here at Chat Sports. DiVincenzo 3 is no good. Paul George skies for the rebound. Now VJ, Euro, corner, Oubre, 3 for the lead. It's good. KO from the right corner, blows a kiss to the crowd. Sixers right back on top, 30-29. Oubre's up to 5. Randle will attack Embiid downhill. Just discards Embiid with the left shoulder. And that's not good because he kind of put the shoulder right into Embiid's oblique, which we knew has been bothering him. And Embiid was kind of holding it. And this game's getting physical, man. Kyle Anderson fouls Paul George on the other end. Yeah, Embiid's clearly holding that oblique. That's not ideal. He's not going to come out of the game or anything. Randle, though, being really physical with Embiid and just put the shoulder right into that midsection. On the other end, Anderson with a hard foul on Paul George as he'll go to the line here. 175 people watching, 43 likes. We're 7 likes away from 50. Who can get us there as Paul George misses another free throw, man? And here's the replay of that Randle drive, and yeah, he just put that forearm right into that right side of Embiid. Gotta hope he's okay. Again, when we get to 50 likes, well, I guess I got to down the Miller anyways, but we'll finish that piece. George splits the free throw, so we're tied back up at 31, 7-12 to play in quarter number 2. Here's Kyle Anderson. Gets the elbow, finds Naz Reid, resets it back to Anderson. He'll spin on Oubre. Little one-handed floater is good for Anderson, who just does everything at his own pace. Giving Minnesota the lead right back. Now here is Oubre. Free throw line. Jumper around and out. Rebounded by Gobert, who's back in the game. Along with Dosunmu, Highland, Naz Reid, and Kyle Anderson. Haven't seen Anthony Edwards in a little bit. Naz Reid drives inside. Dumps it off to Gobert. Shot was blocked by Embiid. Goes right back to Rudy. No, Kyle Anderson, right corner three's no good. Fight for the rebound goes to Embiid. He'll kick it ahead to Grimes. What a pass. Layup is good. What a look. Up ahead to Grimes from Embiid. We are back tied. Miles, I'm actually a Wolves fan in Minnesota. That's what led me to your stream tonight, but you got to subscribe and a like from me. Miles, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you tuning in. Kyle Anderson gets another bucket to go. Thought he was fouled. Sixers will take a timeout. Minnesota up 35-33, 5:51 left to go in the second quarter. But Miles, appreciate it, dude. Yeah, Sixers fans, Timberwolves fans, obviously it's a Sixers page, but all are welcome. All are welcome. All right, let's get back to that super chat we got because I got some drinking to do. The 20 that came in, first 20 of the night, means I got a beer bong coming up. That's what we do on the show. You know, live play-by-play, audience interaction. Best place to watch the game outside of being at the actual game here. And it's 100% free. We also do shows, news, rumors, analysis, a whole lot more all throughout the week, all year long, all for free. I might have some fun here on the show as well. So, got a Miller Lite, got a beer bong. We're going to do a little bit of drinking here. We're 3 likes away from 50 likes with 200 people watching. That should be easy. If you're enjoying the coverage, hit that thumbs up. The more likes we get, the more people that get in here, and the more people that are in here, the more fun it is. So, again, I appreciate you all just for being here, though. As only a few games left in the regular season, we are quickly approaching the postseason, and there it is, that 50 likes number. Let's go. All right, let's pour this Miller down on in here. For the 20 and for getting us past 50 likes. Again, if you don't know, we do have a super chat menu. Donations are not necessary, but they are appreciated. And we throw your name and message up on screen, and I'll do some drinking for some donations. Here we go. First beer bong of the night. While I'm at it, let me know who you're rooting for down in the chat. Because I know we have some Timberwolves fans in here. And our poll question, who's going to win tonight, is 64% Sixers, 36% Minnesota. So a little bit split, but let me know who you're rooting for in the chat. Let's go. First one of the night down. Maybe more to come. Who knows? Daryl McDonald rooting for the Sixers. So we're back in action. Here out of the Sixers timeout. That guy 90, Lakers fan here, just subbed to the page. That guy 90, appreciate you, man. We have a Lakers channel here too at Chat Sports. If you look up, excuse me, just look up Chat Sports Lakers, and you should be able to find it. Naz Reid knocks down the 3. Lakers report by Chat Sports. Go check that out. But after the game, stay tuned here. Minnesota up 5 off the Naz Reid 3. Here's Embiid. A 3 of his own is no good. He struggled tonight, has Joel Embiid. First game back from the illness. Yes, sir. Got you. Jeff, babe, Sixers need to win this for my dad. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it for Neil. Come on. Naz Reid loses it out of bounds. Oh, he saved it actually to Bones Highland, but 1 to shoot. Sidestep 3 from Bones. It's good. Bones Highland, man. Unbelievable. He is feeling it. Minnesota up 41-33. Grimes attacks the basket. Right-hand layup is up and in. So Quentin now getting on the board. He is up to 4 points tonight. How about Bones Highland, though? 11 points. He's running the show here off the screen from Gobert. Layup is no good. Gobert misses the putback. Sixers are running. Here's Maxey into the paint. I mean, he was just mauled by Ayo Dosunmu. They're going to call a jump ball, and Maxey, some discomfort in his lower right back. He's imploring the Sixers to challenge the call. Oh, yeah, he is in some serious discomfort right now on that lower back right side. That's kind of the oblique area as well for him. Yeah, I mean, he was definitely fouled. No way that's a jump ball. He has all wrist of Tyrese Maxey there. Refs call a jump ball, and now Maxey, a little shaken up. He will stay in the game. And I thought that was a foul there, too. Edwards just pushed Grimes out of bounds. No call. Now Minnesota off and running. Bones Highland, corner three is good. Sixers all of a sudden down by 9. Like, I never want to blame everything on the refs, but what are we doing right now? Maxey screen from Embiid. Tyrese gives it back to Joel. He's fouled on the jumper by Dosunmu. So Embiid to the line here. Only 2 points tonight for Joel, and he has certainly struggled, as a lot of the Sixers have to score the ball. So we'll see if Embiid can get himself going here at the line. With the Sixers down 44-35 with 3:30 left to go in the first half. Embiid's first free throw is up and in. Barron, do you think Paul George will hit 15 points? Let's see. What is he at right now? Not on the floor at the moment, but PG is up to 11. So, yes, I do. I do indeed. Embiid knocks down both free throws, cuts the lead to 44-37. Embiid does have 2 blocks tonight to his credit, but 1 of 9 from the field. Here's Gobert, just an awful offensive player. And then Gobert, after he missed a layup, got a piece of George in the face. Again, no call by the refs. Paul George is still down. Now he's back up and into the picture. I mean, what are we doing? Gobert bricked a layup and then hit Paul George in the face. But now PG gets the mid-range fadeaway to go. He's up to 13. Sixers back within 5, 44-39. This game's getting a little chippy, man. I'll tell you what. These two teams are not liking each other right now. Bones Highland wants the ISO on Embiid. 6 to shoot. Now he'll give it up to Randle in the corner. Barlow bites the pump fake. Randle outside to Dosunmu. Pass fake. Midi. No good. Embiid with the rebound. He'll give it to Paul George, who will bring this one up. Paul George gets the screen from Embiid. Gives it to Embiid. Right back to PG. Pull up 3 in rhythm. Just off to the right. And a timeout by Minnesota and Chris Finch. Timothy Bull, Embiid's living at the three-point line at 270 pounds. Yeah, Embiid, some games I think he looks aggressive. Some games he doesn't. I took the one from Rolly's studio. Yeah. Last I knew it was in here, but it wasn't in here when I just came in. So I don't know. We should have more than a couple, right? Yeah, because the one that was in Rolly's was like tied up and whatnot. It wasn't the one from yours. Because the one I used was not in here when I came in here. But yeah, so Embiid, 1 of 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3. Part of that is the coverage Minnesota is playing. Minnesota is playing heavy drop coverage, and they're not switching either. So when someone like Maxey comes off an Embiid screen, they attack the basket. Gobert's dropping, and the defender is following Maxey as well. So Embiid is just by himself at the three-point line. I don't blame him for taking those shots because they're absolutely wide open, but he's not making them. Jeff, Maxey hit a 3 for my dad. Maxey struggling tonight, just 2 of 5. Embiid 1 of 9. VJ's 1 of 3. $221 people watching. Appreciate you all for tuning in to today's show. If you are a Sixers fan, you're not already subscribed, I encourage you to hit that sub button. 25,345 subscribers here on the channel. And we do much more than just watch parties here on the show. News, rumors, analysis, trade rumors. We'll have plenty of draft coverage, offseason coverage, and the best playoff coverage you'll find as well right here on the channel. And it's 100% free. All you got to do, hit that sub button. I'm a lifelong Sixers fan. Grew up just outside of Philadelphia. And just trying to get the best coverage I can of fellow Sixers fans. And our show, the whole point of this here at Chat Sports is to be interactive, involve the audience a lot. So if that all sounds good to you, I encourage you, hit that sub button. Again, it is 100% free. And I encourage you all to get down in the chat as well. Just like Jeff, Timothy, Barron, that guy, Darwin as well, type in that Let's Go Sixers. Damon J, back in the building, was a regular in the chat on Wednesday. My two favorite teams face off. Interesting. How's Paul George doing? Paul George has been the Sixers' best player tonight. Except he's up to 13 points as Anthony Edwards, making his presence felt in this game, calmly knocks down a triple. He's been quiet tonight, but now up to 7. As the Minnesota lead is also up to 7, 46-39 with a minute 40 to go in the first half. Here's Embiid posting up on Gobert. He'll take a mid-range jumper. That's no good. Edwards gets the rebound. Barron, need 3 more points from Paul George. He should get there. Edwards tried another 3. Was well short. Minnesota, though, good job of getting back. Sixers tried to push it there. They couldn't. Here's VJ now. Finds Paul George out to Embiid. Quick pass to Maxey. Right corner triple. Couldn't connect there. Embiid, emphatic block on Ayo Dosunmu. What a defensive play by Embiid. How is that not a foul on Gobert? He just pushed Paul George to the floor. There's a wet spot on the floor. Paul George is falling over. I mean, what is going on, dude? And now VJ is going to pick up a foul in the craziness that's going on. So Embiid blocked the Dosunmu layup. An absolutely beautiful block from Joel. Ball careened out. Paul George had it. He got shoved by Gobert. Tried to get back up. Slipped again on a wet spot on the floor. Then it ends up in a VJ Edgecombe foul. Again, I'm not one to blame refs for anything going on. Sixers have not shot the ball well. The refs are not the reason they're losing. But these refs have not been good here tonight. Julius Randle misses the first free throw. No 150 tonight from Brian Mitch. Yeah, not quite like playing the Wizards. I'll tell you that. Fan drink still going crazy. Yeah, it was the other side of the floor, but still. Randle misses both. Embiid, good rebound. In a crowd. Here's Paul George, turns the ball over. Oh, no. That hit Gobert's hand. He definitely lost it, but it hit Gobert's hand in the last second. Sixers won't challenge. What are we doing? That was off of Minnesota, but the refs don't call it. Unbelievable. Now Barlow deflects a lob that was intended for Gobert. I mean, clearly, they just show the replay. Clearly off Gobert. I don't understand what's going on. Clearly off Rudy Gobert. Unreal. All right, Minnesota inbounds, 12 in the shot clock, 33 in the game clock. Edwards nearly loses it off the pass from Dosunmu. He'll attack VJ. Beautiful defense from the Sixers rookie. But Gobert, offensive rebound, knocked away, though, by Paul George. Shot clock's unplugged. Sixers can hold for last shot if they want. But Paul George will attack. A little decel, and he's fouled by Randle on the layup. George frustrated he couldn't convert and make it an end one opportunity. But he will go to the line nonetheless. And did he just get a tech? They gave him a tech. What are we doing? Who are these officials? Paul George kind of threw the ball at the stanchion out of frustration that he couldn't finish the layup, and the refs gave him a tech. What is going on? There was nothing Paul George did that was malicious toward an official, towards another player. He was mad at himself for not making the layup. And they gave him a tech. Edwards makes a technical free throw. That is ridiculous, dude. These refs got to get it together, man. George makes the first free throw. Darwin, refs are cooking. Refs are cooking this game. Eric, the refs can't see. I don't know. This is bad, man. This is bad. And I'm tweeting this out. The Sixers are not losing as Paul George makes both free throws because of the refs. But they've been awful. All right, Minnesota 6 to shoot. Sumu. Shot blocked by Maxey. Out of bounds off of Minnesota. That's Maxey's second block of the night. Sixers will maintain or will get the ball here with 2.3 to shoot. They will have to inbound the full length of the floor. Currently down 6, 47-41. We'll see if they can get a miracle here. Embiid hands off to Maxey from half court. Way long. And that'll do it for the first half. Sixers head into halftime down 6, 47-41. Certainly some work to do offensively for the Sixers. Defensively, though, I thought they've been very, very good. But, I mean, in particular, like Embiid has to be better. Maxey only 4 points. Embiid only 4 points. Paul George has 15. Shout out to him, but not a lot of other Sixers doing a whole lot. Grade the Sixers' performance so far, A, B, C, D, or F. I'm going to make that the new poll question here. I would give the Sixers defense has been pretty good so far, but the offense has been bad. I would say B minus would be my grade. Defense is bad as usual. I don't think so. I think the defense has been pretty good. You've only given up 47 points. Now, granted, some of it is just missed shots by Minnesota, but I think they've been more physical on defense. It's the offense that's just been bad. In particular, Joel Embiid has not been very good. He has been awful. I'm sorry. Let me not sugarcoat things here. BFCH, they need to lock in. Yeah, something's got to start getting going offensively.
What's up, VJ?
Dude, they have 41.5, all right?
Paul George points was a lock.
It was a lock.
I did do the field goals made. He's at 4. I need 2 in the second half.
Oh, for PG?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fine. Did you take VJ or no? It's fine. A lot of game
I
left.
haven't even shot it.
Dude, it's been a weird game, man. 47-41 at the half, dude.
Keep it close so it's a game.
Yeah, it'll be close. It'll be close. Weird game. It doesn't seem like either team's been able to find a rhythm here tonight. I think that the officials have been absolutely atrocious. I mean, we'll take a look at some numbers here. Real quick before we do, just a reminder, we do have a Super Chat menu going tonight. I appreciate everybody here hanging out. And you're all real ones for being here, for commenting, for liking the video. If you would like to send in a donation, I really would appreciate it. All Super Chats get a shout out. Send in $5. I got some Millers here. I got another unopened one right here ready to go. I'll do a beer cheers. Someone sends in a 20. I'll do a beer bong. We can get cracking here on a Friday night. But let's take a look at some numbers, and then we'll take a look at some team numbers as well. Jeff, babe, I'm still here. Yes, sir, Jeff. Sixers trying to do this for Jeff's dad. We'll see if they can get it done. Paul George carrying. Yeah, so taking a look here at the numbers, George coming off his 39-point game against Washington. Another good one here. Now, only 1 of 4 from outside, but once again, he's been good inside the arc. 15 points and 7 rebounds as well. But 3 turnovers. And again, it's just been a weird game offensively. Minnesota's a very good defensive team. There's no doubt about that. But both teams haven't really been able to find a rhythm. How about Embiid, man? Just 4 points on 1 of 10 from the field. .7 rebounds. Now, Embiid does have 3 blocks, and defensively he's been great this game. But come on, dude. We need better than this. We need better than 1 of 10 from the field and 0 of 4 from 3. It just got to be better. And on the same point, like, all right, let's take everything into account here, right? Sixers are down 6 at halftime, not obviously where you want to be. But you're only down 6 when, 1, the officiating I think has been awful. Embiid only has 4 points on 1 of 10 shooting. And Maxey only has 4 points on 2 of 6 shooting. So you have 8 points from Maxey and Embiid combined, yet you're only down 6. Could be way worse. VJ Edgecombe hasn't done anything. I mean, he's been super passive. I thought this would be a game where he would come out, try to be a little bit more aggressive. He hasn't even taken a 3 yet in this game. Only taken 3 shots in total. Barlow was really good, but had to sit after he'd gotten some foul trouble. So 5.7 rebounds for Dominic Barlow. He'll come out, start the third quarter, keep making that impact that he did early. Other than that, I mean, just not a lot to speak of. Anthony Edwards, pretty slow start for him as well. As I mentioned, no team, no player really been able to get into a rhythm. 8 points for him on 3 and 9 shooting. Also has not been able to knock down a 3. Randle, only 7 points for him. 2 turnovers to 1 assist. So, but it's been Bones Highland, though, for them. Really the only player for Minnesota. Well, it's been Paul George for Philadelphia. It's been Bones Highland for Minnesota that's been able to get it going. 14 points, knocked down 3 threes. So he's a streaky guy, though, and wouldn't expect that to really keep up for much longer. So Sixers down 47-41 at the half. And look, again, Embiid and Maxey have 8 points combined. Nemesis need VJ and Maxey playing good. Yeah, absolutely, man. You can't have Maxey and Embiid not playing well in the same game. You're just not going to win. So, got to figure out this Minnesota defense. I think get back to running more pick and rolls. Kind of got away from that late in that first half. I think the way Minnesota's playing defense, you could certainly take advantage of that. And start to chip into this 6-point lead for the Timberwolves. Sixers playing at home. Yeah, this game is in South Philly, Xfinity Mobile Arena. Sixers are the home team in this one. Let's see. Taking a look at some other stats here. We can take a look at some team stats, actually. Took a look at some player stats. We can take a look at the team comparisons here at the half. While I'm getting this up, get down to the chat. Let me know your thoughts on the first half of this game so far. I want to see VJ start taking over in this second half, man. I want to see VJ get it going. All right, here we go. So some first half stats. We looked through some player stats. Let's go through some team stats now. So the Sixers just 15 of 40 from the field. Minnesota's taken 13 more shot attempts than the Sixers. And the Sixers are just 2 of 13 from 3. That is never going to cut it. Minnesota not shooting well either, right? 18 of 53, 6 of 21 from 3, 5 of 9 from the line, while the Sixers are 9 of 12 from the line. Philadelphia actually winning the rebounding battle here, 29 to 26. But Sixers have 7 turnovers to Minnesota's 3. And when you are losing the turnover battle and you are losing the three-point battle, it's just not a recipe to win games in 2026. So, got to clean that up. Got to start knocking down some shots, getting better looks. Sixers were up as much as 7 early with about a minute left to go in quarter number 1. Sixers were up 19 to 12, and since then it's just been a whole lot of Minnesota. They were up by as much as 9. Sixers got it down to 6. Looking at some of these rotations here. Sixers started off the game pretty decent, but again, once the second unit of Grimes and Oubre and Bona came in, it was just not great. But I don't think too much to overanalyze here. Maxey and Embiid just had to play better. Pretty simple. Another Super Chat coming in, up to $40 in Super Chats. And we got some more drinking to do. Do that beer cheers. Go Sixers. Shout out to my mom getting us going with a $20 Super Chat. And I got to take down. Where is that at? Oh, here it is. Take down little beer bong action. Again, all Super Chats get showing up on screen. Really do appreciate all Super Chats that come in. $5, do a beer cheers. $20, doing a beer bong. Lawrence, have you noticed VJ does nothing when Embiid's in the game, not even attacking? Yeah, look, naturally he's going to be more aggressive when more players are out, but I think he needs to keep that same intensity and that same aggressive mindset to score the basketball when everybody's in there and everybody's playing, man. He has a lot of ability, and I don't like the fact that he has taken 3 shots. Kelly Oubre has taken 5. Quentin Grimes has taken 4. The only player who's taken less shots than VJ Edgecombe was Adem Bona. Just can't happen, man. Justin, they need to lock in. We'll see what Nick Nurse can dial up. Remember, the Sixers have been the worst third-quarter team in the NBA this season. They were great in the third quarter against Washington. Minnesota is not Washington, though. Minnesota is far from Washington. And you're down 6, so you got to figure something out. Start getting some stuff going here. I mean, your leading scorers, Paul George has 15. The next leading scorers are Dominic Barlow and Kelly Oubre with 5. Jeff Babe, I'm back. What's up, Jeff? Currently at halftime here. 128 people watching. A few minutes away from being back for the second half. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream if you're ready for some second half action. And let me know who you got down in the comment section. PHI for the Sixers. MIN, of course, for Minnesota and the Minnesota Timberwolves. VJ, the Rookie of the Month in March in the Eastern Conference, put up nearly 19 a game to go along with nearly 6 rebounds and 4 assists. So let's see that. Let's see more of that here, VJ. Come on. Great month for VJ. All right, beer bong coming up. As we're almost at 70 likes, 4 likes away. Also, give me a follow over on X if you want more free updates on your 76ers. Shout out Johnny P. Joseph, what's going on? Much love to you and Chase. Love y'all boys. I miss football. I want football back already. Yeah. It's been a couple months now. And, it's always good to have a month or two where, you're getting a little bit of a break from the football season. But start to get to April, May, June, it's like, man, I'm missing football. Now, luckily, we got the NBA holding us over. And unlike last year, I know not everybody's a big NBA fan. Last year the Sixers were awful and had no playoff aspirations. So at least we got some playoff basketball coming up. And the Phillies are on, but yeah, nothing quite like football. They need to get VJ more involved from Rico. I've been saying it all halftime, man. Got to get VJ Edgecombe more involved. Jeff Babe, I love beer. I'm drinking some Miller here tonight. Some Miller Lite. And we got a beer bong to do, so let's do that before this second half gets back in action. Jeff typing those PHIs. Let me know who you got down in the chat right now. Type PHI if you're rooting for the Sixers. Type MIN if you're rooting for the Timberwolves. Take down some more beer. Woo, all right. Back in action here in half number 2. Sixers will start with the ball. AP's rooting for the Timberwolves. Get out of here. Here's Embiid. Good start for Joel. Knocks down his first shot from the free throw line. That's a good sign after he went 1 of 10 in the first half. Need to see more of that here in the final 24 minutes of this game. Here's Randle. Crossover on Paul George. Great defense from PG. Oh, but Randle gets Paul George to bite on the pump fake. Draws the foul and knocks down the shot. So a 3-point play coming. Kuwait Therapeutic Massager. Shout out from Kuwait. Shout out to you watching. $3 a.m. right now in Kuwait. Watching the Sixers. That's dedication. Randle knocks down the and one opportunity, so Minnesota gets their lead right back to 7. Joseph, I'm a Knicks fan, so I'm rooting for the Knicks. They're playing the Bulls tonight. Yeah, my guy Marshall Green live over on Knicks Now. I can hear him going crazy right now. Something's going on in that game. Here's VJ Edgecombe. Drives inside. Left-hand layup is denied by Anthony Edwards. Shot clock was winding down. Had to put it up. Got blocked. Now here's DiVincenzo. Left corner 3 is good. Sixers all of a sudden down 10. You cannot let this one get away from you. Minnesota's clearly going for blood as Maxey takes a deep 3. Oh, what a shot! Tyrese Maxey knocking it down from outside. He also had a tough first half with only 4 points. Good to see that from Maxey. Here's DiVincenzo. Maxey over-pursued the pass, but luckily no good there from Dante on the 3. Sixers have made only 3 threes tonight. Here's Paul George getting downhill, and he's fouled by DeSumo on the layup. Love the aggressiveness we're seeing from Paul George. Not settling, getting to the basket, which he didn't do a lot of last year, and honestly didn't do a ton of before the suspension. AP, rough go for Clemson and Kentucky in the dance. Yeah, no doubt about it. At least Kentucky won a game. Clemson couldn't even win a game. But, hey, Iowa made a deep run to the Elite Eight. So, shout out to them, I guess. Paul George to the line with the Sixers down 53-46. Knocks down number 1. Make it 53-47. Man, I got to check the score of this Knicks game because Marshall Green, host of our Knicks channel, is absolutely going crazy in the studio next to me. Now, they're playing the Bulls, granted, but Paul George makes both free throws. Oh, the Knicks are up 69-28. Good Lord. All right, Sixers down 5, 53-48. Here's Paul George guarding Julius Randle. He'll try to post him up on the left side. Randle, little post fade. Good shot from Randle. Knocks it down. Not much you can do there if you're Paul George. Tough step back shot from Randle. Paul George will be fouled by Anthony Edwards off the ball. Holding Paul George as he was trying to run off an off-ball screen. So Sixers will reset here. Joseph, I wish NFL put up scores like this. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I'd watch, man. This would be way too much if every NFL game was like this, just literally zero defense. Here's Paul George. Air ball is a 3. Had a good look at it coming off the handoff from Embiid, but missed everything. So Minnesota now back here offensively. Gobert hands it off to Randle, who has it going right now. Randle, fadeaway, try to bank it in. That was awful. Missed it by a mile. Good defense from Dominic Barlow once again. Here's Maxey off the Embiid screen. Left hand layup is good. Little floater over the outstretched arms of Rudy Gobert from Maxey. Cuts the lead back down to 5. Maxey up to 9 points. Quick 5 for him. Here's Sumu. Attacks VJ Edgecombe. And a tough shot for Sumu. Gets it to go. Here's Paul George. Now attacks Randle. And Paul George thought Barlow was going to be in the right corner. But Barlow crashed in. Paul George passed it to the corner. And there was nobody there. So turnover Sixers. They had a little bit of a turnover problem in the first half. 7 in half number 1. Another one right there. Here's Anthony Edwards working off the Gobert screen. He'll step back. He'll shoot. He'll miss on the long triple. Come on. Sixers down 7. Let's get something going. Maxey and Embiid 2-man game. Edgecombe 3. No good. Embiid offensive rebound. And he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Paul kind of just bounced right to where Embiid was already standing. But felt DiVincenzo reaching for the ball and in Embiid fashion. Drew the foul. He'll go back to the line again. Yeah, clear foul on DiVincenzo. People don't like it, but that's a very obvious foul. First free throw is good for Joel. Does have 10 rebounds, does Embiid, for, a guy who doesn't typically crash the glass hard anymore. It's impressive there. Free throw number 2 is also good. So Sixers hanging in there, down 5, 57-52 with 8.5 to go in quarter number 3. Paul George tries to steal it from Sumu, can't. Finds Randle, who finds Edwards in a backdoor cut, and Edwards just missed the dunk. You don't see that very often from Anthony Edwards, but he got scared by Embiid's pressure. Now Maxey out to Barlow, left corner 3, short. And not really Barlow's game, but he was wide open there, had to take it. Now Edwards wants a post-up VJ. Sweet step back off the post-up, no good, but Gobert grabs a rebound. Blocked by Dominic Barlow, another one for DB. Sixers going ahead, Embiid, lob, Barlow finishes at home. Good pass there from Joel. Barlow with the finish. Sixers down by just 3. That's 10. Make it 10 blocks for the Sixers tonight. Now Randle nearly turns it over. Ball finds its way to Sumu. He'll put up a one-handed floater. That's no good. Thought he was fouled. Barlow with the rebound. Up ahead to Paul George. He'll reset to Maxey. Sixers will set up a screen here from Embiid. Maxey back to Joel. He'll shoot it over Gobert. Gets it to go. Sixers back within 1. There's Embiid getting it going. Got to get some stops. Embiid up to 10 points now after a 4-point first half. Randle, ball taken away by Paul George. Gets to Maxey. Finds VJ. Dunks it home. And the Sixers back in front. The crowd back into it. Timeout, Minnesota. Defense into offense for the Sixers. When you're having trouble scoring, force some turnovers, get some easy buckets just like that. And the Sixers, who are usually awful in these third quarters, are on a run here. Watch out, baby. Embiid getting it going. Maxey getting it going. The defense playing well. Minnesota led by as much as 10 in this one. The Sixers in the first, 5 minutes of this third quarter have worked it back to a 1-point lead. Let's go, baby. Make some noise in the chat. Jeff Babe, yes, we got this. We got it. Come on. Love to see this resiliency from the Sixers. A lot of third quarters, they tend to just get outscored by a bunch and the game gets out of their hands, but they've done a good job defensively. Some timely shots from Maxey, from Embiid. Some more good defense as well. That's where it all starts. That's where it all starts. And so far in this quarter, Sixers outscoring Minnesota 17-10. Justin D says, let's go. We're winning this, Jeff Babe. Sixers win this for my dad, Jeff. Let's get it done. For your dad. For Neil. So outscoring the Timberwolves so far, 17-10 in the third. Maxey and Embiid starting to get it going. And again, like Anthony Edwards hasn't done a whole lot, just 8 points for him. Randle is fighting it a little bit here. 12 for Randle on 5 of 8 from the field, but Edwards just 3 of 12. Darwin, here come the Sixers. Let's go. Come on, baby. Come on. 228 people watching, 69 likes. As soon as we get to 100 likes, we're 31 away. I got about half this Miller left. I'll let down the whole thing. 8-0 run for the Sixers. As we're back in action here off of the timeout. Here is Ayo Dosunmu. He'll get the screen from Gobert. Kick to DiVincenzo in the corner. His three-pointer is no good. Knocked out of bounds by Gobert. Sixers getting it right back. Same 5 out there for Philadelphia. Naz Reid checks in for Minnesota as Randle heads to the bench. Maxey off the Embiid handoff. Pull up midi. It's butter. Tyrese Maxey. Maxey and Embiid getting that two-man game going. Maxey knocks down the midi. Sixers now lead by 3. Edwards wants the ISO on Barlow. Barlow makes him pass up the shot and pass it out to Reid. Paul George knocks it out of Naz Reid's hands. We're going to say it's Minnesota ball. Paul George wants the review. Tough to tell in the live angle who that was really off of. Doubt the Sixers challenge here with only 7 on the shot clock for Minnesota. Oh, and Nurse is actually going to call the timeout. They're going to challenge. So they must have seen something on the replay that it was clearly off of Naz Reid. So they'll look this over. They haven't shown a replay yet on the broadcast. So again, here it comes. Oh, yeah, that's clearly off of Naz Reid. So Sixers will win this challenge. And they'll force another turnover here. Should be a quick one. Halfway through this third quarter. Beard Authority, definitely Sixers ball. Yeah, no doubt about it. Jeff Babe, could someone tell me what happened to the game because my phone is going dead? Oh, well, the Sixers have called a timeout to challenge a out-of-bounds call. Paul George knocked it away from Naz Reid. And the refs called it off of Paul George, but the replay clearly showed it's off of Minnesota. So Sixers should get that one going. Up to 75 likes, 25 likes away. And yet, there it is. Successful challenge by the Sixers. They will get this ball. The ref just announced. 24 likes away from 100. That's our goal. We're trying to get there on this stream. It's a free way to support the program. Really would appreciate it. Damon J, it's a bad game. I feel like no one's scoring. Hope Sixers win, though. Yeah. Again, been an ugly one. Been an ugly one. Going to be a struggle to get to 100 for either team. I hope I say this right. Jehon Selvilar. I wish I could just see the regular names instead of the YouTube ats, but I like your stream. Nice. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for tuning in. Up to 78 likes now. So the refs actually, after they called it off on Minnesota, went back and looked if there was a foul on Paul George beforehand. They say no. So took a little longer to review that than they needed to, but Sixers do get the ball back. And we're back in action off the timeout. Here's Maxey. Drives inside off Gobert. Reverse layup, no good. Kyle Anderson back into the game for Minnesota. Passes it inside to Naz Reid. Layup up and good over VJ Edgecombe. Clear size advantage. And the Sixers nearly turn it over. Paul George saves it. Knocked out of bounds by Dosunmu. Sixers up 60-59. 5:38 left to go in the third quarter. Now Minnesota will call a timeout. And are they challenging a call here? Not sure. They just cut to break, so we will see. 244 people watching. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Looks like Minnesota is challenging the out-of-bounds call. So we will see what the result of this challenge is. Ooh. Let's see. I think that's off Gobert. They're showing it in like a small screen. They're not showing it full screen for some reason. Slow it down. That should be off Gobert. I think Minnesota's going to lose this challenge, but shout out to everybody out there who's tuning in for this live stream. Again, we're in a commercial break for a review, so you're not missing a thing right now. But to all my Sixers fans out there, if you're looking for somewhere to get Sixers news, rumors, analysis, and a whole lot more all year long, hit that sub button. We do a lot more than just these watch parties. If this is your first time finding us, videos all throughout the week, all throughout the year. Playoffs, obviously, just about a week away, so we'll have all the coverage you need for that, plus the offseason, draft, free agency, and a whole lot more. So hit that sub button. Join the 25,358 strong here on the channel. It's 100% free. It costs you nothing. All you got to do is hit the sub button, and you're locked in, baby. GG, come on, Sixers. We need this. Jeff, let's go. Do this for my dad. Come on, come on, come on. Shout out to our most recent subscriber. And actually, we can look at some of our most recent subs as well. So give a shout out to the following. Jansen Villar, who I guess, yeah, that would make more sense there. Shout out to you, Johnson Villar, Beard Authority, Kuwait Therapeutic Massage, Landon Perry, and Victor Munoz. Shout out to our most recent subscribers. They are still reviewing this here. So a lot to review. One, did Paul George step out of bounds? Looks like he did, actually, before he passed it up. Yeah, so the Timberwolves actually will win this challenge. Paul George, before he tried to pass it out and it was knocked out by Gobert, did actually step on the baseline. So a successful challenge from Minnesota. It'll be another turnover for the Sixers, unfortunately, here. Unfortunate. All right, we are finally back in action here. Sixers up 1, 60-59, 5.5 left to go in the third quarter. Here's Kyle Anderson looking for somewhere to go. He's guarded by Embiid. Now he'll put his head down, try a little push shot. That is well short. Embiid finds VJ. VJ! Oh, he was going for the dunk. A great play by Dosunmu to knock it out of his hands, and Minnesota able to turn the Sixers over once again. Now here's Dosunmu. Little pull-up three is good. What a sequence for Ayo Dosunmu. Giving Minnesota the lead. Here's Embiid. Sets a screen for Maxey. Maxey back to Joel, who gives it back to Tyrese, who gives it back to Joel. Gets Gobert in the air and draws the foul. Embiid to the line after the shooting foul on Rudy Gobert. Bit at the pump fake. Embiid can tie the game at the line here if he knocks down both. He does knock down the first. 62-61. Kelly Oubre checks into the game as Paul George heads to the bench. And Embiid, a rare miss at the free throw line for him. Unable to knock the second one down. So Sixers still down 1. Bones Highland, three-pointer. He is still hot. Another 3 drops for Bones Highland. Minnesota up 65-61. Just coming off the screen, pulling up. Now Maxey going to be fouled by Ayo Dosunmu. Maxey kind of looks like he took a shot to the face there maybe on that play. Oh, Embiid might have taken... Oh, no. Maxey got hit in the face by Dosunmu, yeah. Yeah. Right on that left side of his chin. The hand of Dosunmu hit Maxey in the face. Sixers in the bonus for the final 4:22 of this quarter. That's big. So this will be free throws for Maxey. Knocks down number 1. Maxey up to 12 points here tonight. And knocks down number 2 as well. Make it 13 for Maxey as the Sixers cut the lead to 2. Okay, Minnesota had a... Wow, Ayo Dosunmu. Little step back 3. Creates some space. Minnesota right back up by 5. They were up by as much as 10 in this one. Maxey right by everybody to the rim. Shots blocked, but it's going to be a goaltend on Rudy Gobert. Was not there in time. Clear goaltending there by Rudy Gobert. So count the 2 for Maxey. Now here's the Sumu. Shot it up and over Embiid. Shot short. Embiid grabs the rebound himself. Now he's going to post up Kyle Anderson. And great job by Embiid. And he's fouled. Awful foul by Anderson. Reaching on Embiid. Embiid just stepped right through him. Put it up with the right hand. Underhand layup. And got the foul as well. Oh, the foul's actually going to be on Gobert, who came and reached in on the layup attempt. Didn't affect Embiid, though. He has a chance to tie it now. Embiid and Mack is starting to get it going after that bad first half. Embiid up to 13, 12, and 6. Triple-double watch for Joel. See if he can knock down this free throw, and he does. Back to a tie ball game, 68-all with 3:40 left to go in quarter number 3. Also 3 blocks for Embiid. Here is Naz Reid. Gives it to Bones Highland, looking for more. Bones, step back, over Embiid. Shot, short, rebound. Tapped. Barlow saves it. Sixers control it. Now Embiid will bring it up. He wants to attack. He nearly loses it. He's doubled, finds Maxey. He wants the mismatch on Randle. Randle knocks it out of bounds, though, on the pass. It'll stay with Philadelphia with 11 to shoot. Here is Maxey. Off the Embiid screen, gets downhill, floater, in and out, thought he was fouled. Wolves have numbers as Maxey is slower to get up. Here is Naz Reid. Tries to go behind the back. Kyle Anderson just saves it from going out of bounds. Now a great pass from Anderson inside to Randle. Got by Maxey. And a beautiful look there from Anderson. Minnesota back up by 2 as we continue to go back and forth and back and forth. Here's Embiid. He'll take a 3 for the lead. Got it! Joel Embiid knocks down his first 3 of the night. Puts the Sixers back in front from the top of the key. Naz Reid nearly traveled. Got it to Randle, guarded by Grimes. Randle wants to attack. He'll cross over. He'll back him down. He has to pass out to Naz Reid. Naz Reid with 1 to shoot. Tough shot over Embiid. Great defense there from Joel. And Kelly grabs the rebound. Maxey inside, and he'll be fouled. Kyle Anderson fouling Maxey on the drive. So with the Sixers up 71-70 with 2 minutes to play in quarter number 3, Maxey to the line, trying to extend this lead, and he makes them good on the first one. 261 people watching, 15 likes away from 100. Can we get there before the end of this third quarter? If we do, I'll finish my about half-drink Miller Lite here. 15 likes away, now 14. How about Embiid? 13 points, 4 of 4 from the field in this third quarter. Now Maxey, second free throw, good. Sixers back up by 3. Two minutes to go in this third. Here's Randle. Embiid switches on. He goes for a step-back jumper. Rebound goes to Andre Drummond, who checks into the game for the first time, and he's hit hard across the face by Kyle Anderson. Drummond's down, holding his face. The Sixers in the bonus, so Drummond will go to the line no matter what. I'm curious if they look at this for a potential flagrant. Wasn't intentional. Oh. Anderson tried to go for a steal, and he just smacked Drummond in the side of the head. Number 4 on Kyle Anderson. Nappy, will they be adding Paul George? He'll come back in at some point, out of the game right now, but he will be back before this game is said and done. Jeff, come on, Sixers. You got this. Let's go, baby. This would be a big-time win over a very good team. as the Sixers try to keep pace and try to keep that 6 seed. Nick Nurse is asking why they didn't review this for a potential flagrant. Drummond, free throw number 1, bounces high off the rim and in. How many threes do the Sixers have? Philadelphia has made 10 threes tonight. Or that's the Timberwolves. I'm sorry. Only 4 threes made tonight for the Sixers. Drummond makes both. Sixers up 75-70. Randle inside's going to be fouled, I think by Embiid. Maybe Drummond. We'll see who they call it on. Going to be on Embiid. Sixers aren't consistent. Only look good against bums from Cleek. Well, I'd say that they're up 5 right now against Minnesota. Now, they haven't looked great, but they've been better in this third quarter. They're still playing good defense. This is a really, really good Minnesota team. As Randle knocks down free throw number 1. They're playing hard tonight, man. Even when the shots aren't falling, and they weren't falling for much of this game, they're still hanging in there. 7 legs away from 100. Can we get there before the end of this quarter? I know we can do it. Where are my real ones at? Here's Randle, second free throw. Can't get it to go. Embiid grabs the rebound, his 11th. Make that 12th of the night. Maxey inside, finds Grimes in the left corner. He resets it back to Maxey. Little Euro step, left hand layup. They're going to call a blocking foul on the Timberwolves, and Naz Reid looks to be shaken up. Limping a little bit is Naz Reid. Committed the foul and got hurt. Let's see what happened here. He's kind of favoring that right leg. Might have twisted an ankle, I think. Although he's kind of holding his knee. We're not going to get a look at it quite yet. Maxey will shoot his first free throw. That is good. Sixers now up by 5. Let's see. Yeah, maybe some knee-to-knee contact there from Maxey and Naz Reid. Reid took the worst of it and committed the foul. Maxey makes both free throws. Sixers up by 6. 77-71. A minute left to play in quarter number 3. Terrence Shannon checking in for the first time for Minnesota. Here's Randle. Step back 3 over Drummond. Can't get that one to go. They've gone cold here. Sixers making a run. Now Maxey inside, left-hand layup, acrobatic shot from Tyrese Maxey. Another 2, Sixers up by 8. Naz Reid, though, as the Timberwolves go quickly, wide open corner 3. Can't get it to go. Sixers running. Grimes inside, layup, good. Sixers up by 10. What a good end to this third quarter. Good teams end quarters hot. That's exactly what Philadelphia is doing right here. 42 seconds left. Sixers turning it up here on the defensive end. Here's Bones Highland over to Randle. Randle finds DiVincenzo. Pump fake. Drives inside. Kicks out Shannon. Embiid contests the 3. It's no good. Drummond taps the rebound out. Maxey gets it. Up to Embiid. Over to Grimes. Grimes inside. Another layup. Good! Thought he was fouled. Thought he was fouled there. Regardless, though, Grimes back-to-back fast break layups. Sixers had their largest lead of the night, up by 12. 14 seconds left for the Timberwolves. Shot clock is unplugged. Bones Highland finds Shannon. Right back to Bones. Guarded by Grimes. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3, 2. Bones, tough shot. No good. Thought he was fouled. Embiid will shoot it from three-quarter court. Won't count anyways, as it was well short. And the Sixers, after a just furious run to end quarter number 3, take a 12-point lead headed into the 4th. Let's go. That is how it's done. And how about that lineup to end quarter number 3 of Maxey, Embiid, Oubre, Grimes, and Drummond, who came in for those last couple minutes for Barlow. And quickly a +9 for Andre Drummond in a 2-minute stint. Let's go. Type those PHIs down in the chat. Type those PHIs down in the chat. Damon J, type those PHIs. Jeff, your dad will be proud of what the Sixers are doing right now. He will be proud. We're 5 likes away from 100, by the way, with 260 people watching live. Can we get to 100? We should be able to get there ASAP. If you're enjoying the free coverage, hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream. And I said once we got to 100, I would finish this Miller Lite, which is about halfway full. So we're 5 likes away. More likes we get, the more people that end up in here. It's a free way to support the show. Still in commercial break. As we await the start of this fourth quarter. Get those PHIs going like Damon, like Jeff. Darwin, shout out, watching from Dubai. Shout out to Darwin. Watching from Dubai. How about this? A 42-point third quarter for the Sixers, outscoring Minnesota 42-24. And a 15-1 scoring run to end the third for the Sixers. All right, let's do it. Fourth quarter time getting going right now. As we're up to 97 likes. We're 3 away. I know we can get to 100 with 236 people watching. Damon, we've been having some good third quarters recently. Yeah, that's a good sign, as we get into the postseason to kind of get these third quarter issues under control. Jeff Babe. Jeff Babe, can everyone say PHI for my dad? Everyone get those PHIs going for Jeff's dad. Sixers trying to win this game. Let's do it for Neil. Another spill on the floor, this time from the Timberwolves coaching staff. Somebody spilled a water over there. They get it cleaned up, and we're underway in this fourth quarter. 12 minutes to go. Can the Sixers close it out up 12? Here is Naz Reid posting up Paul George. Corner to Dosunmu. Good defense by the Sixers here. Gets in the paint. Kicks out to DiVincenzo. His three, good. DiVincenzo against the Sixers. I'm having flashbacks, man. Brings Minnesota within 9. Here's George to Grimes. Grimes attacks inside. And Grimes aggressive towards the basket. Little double clutch layup from right to left. What a shot from Grimes. Now Dosunmu back the other way off the screen. His three is short. Gets his own rebound. Blocked by Drummond. Ball careens out, and it's knocked out of bounds by Grimes. So that'll stay with Minnesota here with 10 on the shot clock. Good hustle from both players there. From Andre, from Reed, from Grimes. So Minnesota will inbound it. It goes into Randle, guarded by Andre, who's getting his first run of the game after that little 2-minute stretch at the end of the third. Here's Randle posting up on Grimes. Finds DiVincenzo open again from 3. No good this time around. Drummond fighting for the rebound, and it's knocked out by the Timberwolves. Good fight from Andre. Sixers will take over here. Grimes drives again, blocked by DiVincenzo this time, who dishes it inside to Randle. And one for Julius Randle as he's fouled by Andre Drummond on the left-handed layup. Got him on the body after the good pass by Dante DiVincenzo. Drummond doesn't like the call, but there'll be a 3-point opportunity for the former New York Knick, Julius Randle. Started his career with the Lakers, of course. And I got him on the arm, did Drummond, so Randle on the line. Randle misses the free throw. Drummond with the rebound. Rips it away from Randle. They're going to call it jump ball. Thought Drummond ripped it away in time, but the refs disagree. They will say jump ball. With Philadelphia still up by 9, 85-76, 10:42 left in the fourth. Randle wins it. Ball goes to DiVincenzo. DeSumo driving on Edgecombe. Out to Anthony Edwards, who's been really quiet in this game. Has Anthony Edwards. He'll ISO on Paul George. He'll step back from three. In and out. Rebound, though. Drummond fighting for it, but it goes right back to Minnesota. Now Naz Reid thought about a three. Instead, gives it up to Anthony Edwards. He'll now attack Grimes. Good defense by the Sixers. Drummond takes it away from Edwards. Paul George lobs it up to Grimes. Just a little too far in the pass. George thought foul should have been called, but instead Minnesota on the fast break. Naz Reid, excuse me. Going to drive inside, and he's fouled. Another N1 opportunity for Minnesota. Foul by Oubre. Here comes the Timberwolves, man. Bad foul there from Kelly. Just really a poor effort. If you're going to foul him. He kind of just swiped down on the arm, and Naz Reid able to fight through the contact, finish, and the foul. Minnesota down just 7 now. Reid looking for the three-point play. He does convert there. Sixers lead cut down to 6. Sixers out there right now with no Maxey, no Embiid, trying to maintain this lead early in the fourth. Looking for VJ to kind of get something going. Edgecombe swings it cross court to Oubre. And Oubre's going to be fouled by Edwards. Bad foul there by Anthony Edwards with 5 seconds to shoot on the perimeter. Beard Authority believe. Justin, we need to focus right now. Got to lock in. Every game is so big for the Sixers. And a great inbounds pass to Grimes. Finds Oubre. He gets the layup to go. Great cut by Grimes off the inbound. Good execution there for the Sixers. DiVincenzo inside. Reverse layup, no good. Randle offensive rebound. That's no good for him, too. Drummond another rebound. Paul George attacks. Gets downhill. Kicks to VJ. Rises up for the two-handed slam. Sixers lead back up to 9. Paul George doing it all here tonight. Randle backing down Drummond. Bad pass from Randle. Knocked away by Paul George. Up ahead to VJ. VJ for 3. No good. Just a bit strong. Oubre fighting for the rebound. He can't get it. And they're going to call a foul on Oubre? No, they'll switch it on. Okay. Whew. They'll switch it on to Naz Reid. Him and Oubre were fighting for the long rebound, and then Naz Reid just kind of toppled him over. Ran right through him. Landed on his leg. Ooh. Hopefully Kelly's okay. Naz Reid's a big body. Fell right on Oubre's leg. He's clearly feeling it a little bit, but he's going to stay in the game. Drummond over to Edgecombe. VJ with 8 to shoot. Finds Paul George at the free throw line. Step back jumper over Randle. That's no good. Anthony Edwards. Hawks down the rebound. Sixers up by 10. 8:41 to play. Sixers leave Anthony Edwards wide open from 3, and they're lucky he's been off tonight because he misses another one. Edwards just 3 of 13 from the field. He's missed some easy ones, too. Some shots you'd expect him to make. Here's George now. Off the Embiid screen. He'll attack Naz Reid. He'll get inside. Couldn't get the layup to go, but Drummond's right there for the follow. They'll count it, and timeout Minnesota. Sixers maintaining control here in the fourth. Let's go. Type those PHI, Sixers fans. 300 people watching. Just surpassed 100 likes, so I'm going to finish this Miller Lite. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Hitting that thumbs up icon. Again, we're in a commercial break right now, so you're not missing any of the game action. But how about the Sixers maintaining this 12-point advantage? Up 91-79 with 8:18 left to go. Tyson Shorts, retest Paul George. No need. We don't got to go that far, man. We don't got to go that far. Get those PHIs in the comment section right now. And because we surpassed 100 likes, I'm going to finish this Miller Lite for y'all. Let's win the damn ball game. All right, cheers, everybody. Let's do it. Let's win the damn game. I'm just going to put this in the beer bong. It's way easier. Way easier out of the beer bong. This ain't what you want. Let's go Sixers, baby. Come on. Get in the W column here tonight. Miller Lite down. As we're coming out of commercial break here, don't forget to hit that sub button if you are already not subscribed. 25,366 subs here on the channel. And if you are new, we do a lot more than just watch parties here on the show. News, rumors, analysis, videos all throughout the week, all year long. 100% free coverage of the 76ers right here on YouTube. All right, here we go. Back in action. 8 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Sixers up by 12. Here's Naz Reid posting up VJ Edgecombe. Stolen away by VJ. George up ahead. VJ lob to Oubre. Slams it home. Sixers up by 14. Sixers have gotten out and run in this second half, forcing some turnovers. It's paying off. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Naz Reid runs right through Paul George. You can't do that, buddy. I saw that from a mile away. Off the ball, just put a shoulder down and truck sticked Paul George. Let's go. What a pass in that lob on the previous possession from VJ to Oubre. Still 7.5 minutes to play, but the Sixers up by 14. Got to feel good about where you're at right now. Here's George off the Drummond screen. He'll pull up from deep. It's good! PG for 3. 11-0 run for Philadelphia. Paul George. Another 3 is good. And what is Drummond doing? So Gobert misses the layup, but he's fouled by Grimes. Then Drummond, for some reason, goes and hangs on the basket. And it's going to be offensive basket interference. So even though Gobert missed the shot by a wide margin, for some reason Drummond wants to hang on the rim, so the basket's going to count. I don't know why he would do that. And Gobert converts a three-point play. That's just dumb. Not using your head. So Sixers up 96-82, 7 minutes to play. A lot of time left in this ball game. Can't be doing stuff like that if you're Andre Drummond, who plays sparingly at this point. George inside, left-hand layup. Just can't finish over Rudy Gobert. Minnesota quickly changing ends. Sixers do a good job getting back. Here's Bones Highland. Cut off inside by Oubre. Tries to kick it to the corner. It's stolen by VJ, but VJ turns it right back over to Edwards. His layup, though, no good. Here's VJ over to Paul George. Right corner 3. Count it! Paul George can't miss! Another 3 for PG. Sixers up by 17. Paul George is feeling it, baby. That is 23 big ones for Paul George. Dude, at some point, this streak for Paul George keeps going, this might just be who he is again. He might be the Paul George of old heading into the playoffs. Let's go, baby. Tyson, test him again. Test him again. Paul George. Let me bring him up full because, man, once again, dude. 23 points, 6 of 13 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3 for PG. Again, still a lot of time left in this game. Let's go, baby. Jeff, my dad will be happy to hear if he was still here with me. I miss him so much. Jeff, hopefully Sixers can close this out for you again. I'm praying for you, man. Hope you're doing well. Just taking it day by day. Sending love to you. And, I hope you can find a little bit of happiness, a little bit of community here on the channel. Love you, man. Damon, this is a new era of Paul George. This is the PG that a lot of Sixers fans thought we were going to be getting a couple of years ago. Here he is. All glory and honor. I will never say it's over with the Sixers. Yeah, you never can. I will not be 100% confident until this game is over because the Sixers can blow any lead at any time. And there's still a lot of time left, 6 minutes to go in this game. Like, it's far from over here, but you got to love the energy, the effort, the tenacity that they've played with. All right, here we go. Back in action now, out of the timeout. Here is Terrence Shannon, played sparingly here tonight. Over to Gobert, hands it off to Dosunmu. Dosunmu, step back three, buries it. Tough shot from Ayo Dosunmu, who has been really good for Minnesota since acquiring him at the deadline from Chicago. Cuts the lead to 14. Junior, is it a timeout right now? It was. We just got out of it. I'll never miss a play. Here's Paul George over to Oubre, corner three. Got it. How about Kelly Oubre getting it on the action? His three is good. Kelly Oubre lead right back to 17. And on the other end, Quentin Grimes is going to foul Bones Highland on the perimeter. Sixers getting dangerously close to being in the bonus defensively here, which would not be ideal. Tyson, every time Paul touches the ball, they score. Keep feeding the man. Even if he's not scoring, he's making the right pass. He's making the right decision. Gobert hands it off to Randle, who's been pretty quiet in this fourth. Ball nearly stolen away, but he's able to corral it. Kicks to Highland in the corner, who knocks down the three and then falls over. Not sure what happened there, but Bones continues his hot shooting night. Knocks down the left corner three. Here's Oubre. Resets to Drummond up top. Hands it off to Paul George. George coming off the screen. Gets inside. Step back. Midi. Just inside the free throw line. No good. Drummond taps it out for the offensive rebound. Over to VJ. Thought he could have taken that three, but he kicks it to Paul George. He'll try another step back Midi. No good once again, but Kelly Oubre fighting for the offensive rebound. He's fouled by Julius Randle. And with 5 minutes to play, your Sixers up 14. We're looking pretty good here, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking pretty good. And mind you, this entire time, Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid have been on the bench. It's been Paul George leading the way with Drummond, Oubre, Grimes. I mean, fantastic stuff. And VJ. But now Oubre, or now Maxey and Embiid check back in. We'll see if they can close this one out. Up 14 with 5 to play VJ over to Paul George. George gets to the paint, tries to kick it back outside of VJ. Ball is deflected, goes to Embiid. He takes a wild shot, nearly makes a fadeaway one-legged three as the shot clock was winding down. Had no choice but to shoot that. Minnesota now has it. Ayo, pull-up three. He's fouled by Embiid, and he knocks it down. Embiid tried to contest the three off the shot, off the screen for Ayo. And Joel, with a bit of a wild closeout, ran right over Ayo, and he made the shot. Wow. Not what you want to do when you're trying to close out a game with a big lead, is give teams 4-point plays. Nick Nurse will call timeout. Trying to ice Ayo Dosunmu at the line, I suppose. 314 people watching live. Sub for Sixers Dubs. We're 25 away from 25,400 subscribers. Can we get there tonight? You want the Sixers to win? Hit that sub button, baby. We got you covered with all things Sixers all year long. 100% free coverage. Hit that sub button. Junior, put Naz Reid back in so we can get a little assist for me. Yeah, he is not currently on the floor, I don't believe. He's not. We'll see if they put him back in. Picking up a couple subs there. Appreciate y'all. Just picked up another sub. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody. So, let's reset here. Sixers, who were up by as much as 17, I believe, was the largest their lead got. Yep. Up by as much as 17. Minnesota's chopping into that lead just a little bit. Cut it down to 102-91, so Sixers up 11 with 4:35 to play. Ayo Dosunmu just knocked down a three and got fouled by Joel Embiid, so he'll be at the line to shoot one more to try to convert a 4-point play for Minnesota. Again, plenty of time left in this game. This lead is not safe if you're the Sixers. You need to keep applying the pressure. Ayo knocks down the free throw, so that's a 4-point play there for Minnesota. And all of a sudden, it's a 10-point game with 4.5 to play. George, Embiid, Maxey, Oubre, VJ out there on the floor for the Sixers. Maxey over to Paul George. They get it down low to Embiid. Embiid knocks down the little fadeaway shot on the left side of the floor. Thought he was fouled. Doesn't matter. Count the bucket for JoJo. Lead back to 12 for Philadelphia. Here's Ayo Dosunmu. He's got it rolling. This is Bones Highland, excuse me. Gets inside. Corner. Terrence Shannon. Wide open from three. No good. Rudy Gobert taps out the rebound, but it goes right to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey finds Oubre. He'll take a transition three. Short. Didn't need to take that, but was wide open. I'm not mad at that shot. Now here's Dosunmu. Gets inside. Kicks out to Bones. Right back to Ayo. There's an attack on Oubre. Left-hand layup, no good, but Sixers were all out of position there defensively, and Gobert was there for the offensive rebound and putback. Lead back down to 10. 3.5 minutes to play. Sub for Sixers Dubs. Maxey inside Embiid. Free throw line. Jumper. Pump fake. Step back. Fade away over Gobert. Short. Thought he could have taken that initial jumper. Decided to put it on the deck and took a more contested shot. Here's Bones working on VJ. Terrific defense from VJ Edgecombe. Bones gives it up to Gobert. Gets it right back, and now they're going to call a foul. VJ a little bit over-aggressive there. And because Minnesota's in the bonus, Bones Highland will go to the line. And you got to wonder here, you know, Minnesota closing without Anthony Edwards, is that knee really all right? Because Anthony Edwards missed 6 games with a knee injury, came back to play on Monday, didn't play last night. Now he's not closing this game for Minnesota. Very, very interesting. All I need is that Naz assist. Sixers can whoop them all they want. Well, Naz Reid's not in the game, unfortunately. Oh, he checks back in as Bones Highland misses the free throw. And there's chicken on the line if Bones can miss this one. And, of course, it would be big for the Sixers' lead as well. The crowd's on their feet. They want free chicken. Bones' second free throw. It's good. No chicken on that opportunity. And, wow, bad pass from Paul George to Embiid. Julius Randle, steals it away. All of a sudden, it's a 7-point ball game with 2:50 to play. And Minnesota is going to full court press. They are ramping up the defensive intensity. How do the Sixers respond? A bucket here would be huge for Philadelphia. Here is Embiid. Hands it off to VJ. VJ gets inside. Euro step. Right hand layup. What a shot from VJ Edgecombe. Big time layup from the kid. Puts the Sixers back up by 9. Naz Reid, corner. Dosunmu gets inside. Reverse layup right past Kelly Oubre. Kelly didn't want to foul him, but as a result, pretty easy shot there for Ayo. Sixers up 7, 106-99. 2 minutes left to play. Here is Kelly. Looking for somewhere to go. 10 to shoot. Kelly drives inside past Randle. He's fouled. Count it and one. Kelly Oubre right past Julius Randle. Layups up and good. And the foul. 3-point chance here for Kelly Oubre to put the Sixers up by 10. What a nice drive and finish from Kelly with the left hand. Of course, his strong hand. Poor defense from Julius Randle. Kelly Oubre knocks down the free throw. Sixers up by 10. Make that 15 points for Kelly Oubre here tonight. Randle pass inside to Ayo. Ayo will be fouled before the shot. Paul George caught reaching in. He was definitely beat. Not a bad foul. Ayo would have had an easy 2 if George didn't hold him. But with Minnesota in the bonus, Ayo Dosunmu will go to the line to shoot 2. Kelly, that might be a wrap. Who knows? Anything can happen with this Sixers team, but up 10 with 1:47, you're feeling pretty good. Ayo's first free throw is pure. Cuts the lead to 9. Almost 400 people watching. Be sure to hit that sub button if you have not already. Daily Sixers coverage right here on the program. Ayo's second free throw up and good. Sixers lead 109-101. 1:45 left to play. Gotta close this out. Who's going to hit the big shot? Who's going to be the one to put this away? Maxey with 10 to shoot. Screen from Embiid. Maxey turns it over. Bad pass looking for Kelly Oubre. Stolen by Bones Highland. Here's Randle. Attacks Embiid. Layups up and good. All of a sudden, it's a 6-point game. 1:25 left. Sixers holding on to this small lead. Need a better offensive possession than last time. Maxey gets the switch with Randle guarding him. Crossover to Oubre. Oubre's left corner 3. Bottoms! Kelly Oubre! What a big-time shot from KO! Knocks down the 3, puts the Sixers back up by 9, and now Paul George steals it away from Ayo Dosunmu. And the Sixers feeling pretty good, up 9 with a minute left. Oubre, another 3. Good! That should do it. Kelly Oubre coming up big down the stretch. Back-to-back threes. Sixers up by 12. Highland drives in, no good. And that should do it. The crowd rises to their feet. Maxey will dribble this one out, and the Sixers are going to pick up the W. In a game where it was an ugly first half, man. It was a grinded out type of first half. Embiid only had 4 points in the first half. Maxey only 4 points in the first half. But a big second half by this Sixers team. Some big runs late in the third quarter and the fourth quarter. And how about the clutch shooting of Kelly Oubre? to ice this one and put this one away. The big steal from Paul George down the stretch as well. 10 seconds left. Minnesota won't even try. They'll dribble this one out. And that will do it. Sixers win, baby. Sing the song. Back-to-back dubs for Philadelphia. They'll hang on to the number 6 spot in the Eastern Conference. And a big start to this 4-game stretch. Minnesota, Detroit, San Antonio, Houston. 4 really tough games for the Sixers in a row. Big to pick up this win on the first night of a back-to-back here against Minnesota. Sixers win. Type those LFGs in the chat, baby. Jeff, that was a good win for my dad. Jeff, they did it for your dad, man. Let's go. Screebus, clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia. Y'all don't want to hear me sing. That's okay. Y'all don't want to hear me sing. Junior Nas stole the parlay, but what a game. What a game. What a win for Philadelphia. Woo! What an end to that ball game. That is the kind of thing you want to see from the Sixers. Minnesota made a late push, got it down to 6 with 1:27 left. But some big-time plays by the Sixers, some big-time threes from Kelly Oubre Jr. And the Sixers win. Tyson tests Kelly too. 16 fourth quarter points for Kelly Oubre. What a massive, massive win. Woo, woo, woo. Shout out to everybody, man. Lot of people contributed in this game. Of course, Paul George was great. 23 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. 3 of 7 from outside. Had a couple big defensive plays down the stretch as well. So shout out to Paul George for continuing his great play. Tyrese Maxey ending up with 21 after 4 points in the first half. 21 and 8 for him. How about Kelly Oubre catching fire down the stretch? 16 points in the fourth. 21 overall. 4 of 6 from 3. Hit 3 threes down the stretch that were absolutely huge for the Sixers. Shout out to Kelly, man. Shout out to KO. Embiid also endured a tough first half. He was 1 of 10 from the field in the first half, only 4 points. Finishes with 19, 13, 7 assists, 3 blocks, 6 of 17 from the field as well. So went, 5 of 7 from the field in the second half. But the Sixers made that run really without Embiid and Maxey on the floor in the fourth quarter. Shout out to Andre Drummond, who made a big impact in this game. During that run, VJ Edgecombe's numbers aren't going to jump off the page, 8, 3, and 2. But I thought he played very well in this game as well. Quentin Grimes came up pretty big, 10 points for him. Aggressive, attacking the basket. Barlow was really good early on, finishes with 7 and 10. And that's really all to speak of there as the Sixers pick up a big win over the Minnesota Timberwolves. So they will remain the 6th seed in the East as they move to 43 and 34, 9 games above 500. And the Hawks are going to win tonight as well. So the Sixers won't be able to move up. They wouldn't be able to anyways because they don't have the tiebreaker over the Hawks. But Atlanta will remain a game ahead of Philadelphia. Essentially 2 games because Atlanta has a tiebreaker. They are playing the Nets tonight. They were never going to lose that. But big for the Sixers to come out on top in that game for sure. Let's go, baby. Let's go. One last reminder, if you're still hanging out, be sure to hit that sub button. We won't be live tomorrow or Monday. I think the next time we'll be live is for next Thursday when Philadelphia takes on the Houston Rockets. But, we still got you covered with coverage all throughout the week right here on the channel for 100% free. So be sure to lock us in hit that sub button. The Sixers in this game shot better from 2, better from 3, took more free throws, had the fast break point advantage, had the points in the paint advantage, second chance points advantage, had 12 blocks in this game, shot better at the rim, won the rebounding battle. I mean, across the board, just a good victory by the Sixers. And some huge late shot making by Kelly Oubre to close that one out. I'm going to be tweeting out some highlights from the game, so be sure to give me a follow on X at Jake Chipper. That'll do it for our live stream here tonight. We're going to sign off. Shout out to everybody who was here with us on this one. What a great show. Had a great audience here tonight. Really appreciate it. Again, won't be live tomorrow or Monday, but we'll be live Thursday, and of course, leading up into the playoffs, we'll be ramping up our coverage as well here on the channel. So, one last reminder, hit that sub button. Thank you to everybody who joined us. Hope you'll have a great night. Have a great Easter weekend as well. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.